electricity with either John or Jeff, who are the officers mandated to do something. Oh, both again.
Right, unfortunately, this is quite a slow-moving motion. In fact, it has been slow-moving since, I think, about 2002. That's not to say we shouldn't be making progress with it, but it's just not something that I can sort magically. The point of this motion is that your executive team are working to try and get this in, and we have worked hard a fair bit, and we've been doing some preparation work, and hopefully one day we'll get there, but don't expect it by the next year.
This motion was to lobby the university to change their electricity and gas supply to one which was termed a green energy supplier. But I think that the issue was obviously the university is tied into its electricity and gas contracts with Isle of Wight.
Yes, that's another misfit.
Are you going to say up for ethical purchasing, Jeff, or is John going to
Oh, thanks so much, John. Very nice of you. Ethical purchasing. It's well to say it is quite hard. I'm going to try and get quite as it after the Christmas break and exams and so on. But I have been looking into stuff. As I say, it is one of those motions that takes quite a long while to implement, to persuade people around and to get the right stuff where we want it. But we have been working on it, and hopefully sometime in the future. So basically the same as the last one.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Now I'm going to move on to So it's where the 5 full-time executive officers are going to talk about what they've been doing in their work over the last since the last year. So first off is John. So each sabbatical is going to talk for. John's got 5, hopefully less than 5 minutes, because he's got quite a lot to cover, which covers different areas. But all of the other sabbaticals are all limited to 2 to 3 minutes.
I feel like it's like Russian roulette for sabbatical officers. Why am I the first one?
There's no gun.
Really?
Yes.
I think that it's important with the swift shifts in higher education that a report focuses very much on the state of the sector. Firstly, I'd like to extend my thanks and congratulations to the Aberystwyth Students Against Cuts for enthusing students on campus and for being an active force in the fees debate. I'm aware that the motion they've drawn asks for us to state our stance on cuts, and it may be because I'm blogged in a while to update on this, but we've spent days, weeks, months organising Love Aber, Hate Cuts, the national demo with nearly 200 students, a flash mob, hours of lobbying with AMs and MPs, and that's not that much fun. And also having active input with the national media. Next week, on Wednesday the 8th of December, we'll be holding an open floor debate on the future of our education. I also know the Aberystwyth Students Against Cuts also arranging something like this, so if you want to tie in with it, that would be fantastic. We'd like to support you as much as possible with it. And I think it's an opportunity to get into the skin of some of the biggest changes we will see in our lifetime in higher education. Tomorrow morning, I'll be meeting with Mark Williams, the MP for the area, just to reiterate, just to get a restatement of his stance and to ensure that he is sticking by his word for the 9th of December vote on tuition fees. Also, we'll be meeting with Ellen Jones at 12 PM tomorrow as well. So I'll blog an update on that, and I'll probably be tweeting the views at them. So keep an eye on it. I think the Leighton Ambassador statement has been received with mixed emotions, and as always, I think the devil's in the details. So Leighton's statement has not highlighted the hefty midterm reductions which have come out. Martin highlighted earlier that the university could be taking over a £1 million hit to its learning and teaching grants. So it's going to have a big impact on the way that the Aberystwyth works. So it's hopefully we'll be seeing efficiencies and not cuts being made. I think one of the most interesting parts of the statement was it highlighted a 35% top slice of the learning and teaching grant for Wales to actually subsidise Welsh domicile students that choose to study in Wales or England. there's a nationalist bit of me that thinks that's really cool, but at the same time it's fundamentally unfair for English students to be coming over here and also paying top whack for fees. I think one of the other elements of the Minister's statement was the university's ability to charge up to 9k fees if they fall in line with the Higher Education Council's funding strategy. I think that this could also be part of raising before in meetings, that it can be part of a regionalisation agenda, and how much it will force closer collaboration with people like Bangor and Glyndŵr is yet to see. If you're on Twitter, the hashtag Aberystwyth is up there, so it could happen, right? I think also the part-time law provision has been an important inclusion in the statement. Also, again, we haven't seen the move to prioritise like sciences and STEM stuff over the arts and humanities. So I think that's been a major plus, but I think again the devil's in the detail, but then we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out what's going on. And so I do think the 9th of December is riding on the knife edge, and I hope we have an interesting debate on that later on. I'm just going to go on to a bit of next part of a report on press and media coverage. It's been pretty extensive. I know that the other students against Cups have received a huge amount of coverage on Welsh media and also national media. And I think it's we've received in the last couple of months it's been really extensive coverage. We really tried to pull Mark Williams out in sort of the Western Mail, also on the BBC. So he really is out there with his statement. So I'm just restating again that we are actually against cuts. The national demonstration that with a brilliant turnout, nobody expected 187 Aberystwyth students actually go down to London. So thank you for those that attended. It was a really brilliant turnout to be part of a 50,000 strong march. Hall speakers are already covered in my previous report, and Isle of Abba Week was successful, and I thank those that were involved in it, and also the flash mob. If anybody catches the video online, you'll see that I can't dance.
That is true.
Yeah, it is. Apart from that, we'll go on to the debates and stuff later. And
I just have one quick question going through on the text. Do you think it is acceptable or a good idea for all of the sabbatical officers to take annual leave at the same time, not to mention to another country? Because I don't, as a text message.
I knew that would come up because everybody knew I was on Facebook. I was actually out on work for 1 week, and then the officers decided to join me out there for 5 days of the week. They do work exceptionally hard. They rack up enough flexible working time to actually leave their jobs now and not come back. They put in over 13 hours a day, and we really work hard on campaigning, lobbying, and fundraising for the guild. It's a massive job, and I realise it may look bad on the outside, but these guys need a break just like anybody else. So I'm sorry people feel that way, but I think it was I think they need it. I think they deserve it.
Okay, thank you, John. See who's next. It's Naomi.
If you have read my little report thing in this thing, you'll see that I've actually done quite a range of activities over the last 6 weeks. I'm going to just focus on 3 of them so I don't bore you. First of all, I've been really focusing on accommodation, making sure that students have got all the relevant information that they need when they're house hunting, making sure that people know when they sign a contract it's binding, it is legal, it is the law. I've got so much information in my office at the moment and leaflets to give to people who've been coming to see me, but I've also run a couple of workshops with the accommodation office here in the Guild to make sure that students have got the opportunity. If they want to find out more stuff about how to, effectively look for a house and to make sure that they're not being conned, the information has been here. Engagement has been limited, I have to say, but it's people's choices. The option for people to come and learn about stuff before they sign stuff is there. It's up to them whether they take it or not. I've also been talking to the accommodation office and keeping up to date with what's been happening with Pembroke Block 5. You may or may not know that it's been open for a temporary amount of time to help students who didn't find any accommodation before this year. It's now been closed because it's being turned into a departmental building. And the students who were in there have been moved into temporary accommodation. Basically, I've been just making sure that the accommodation that they have been moved into is suitable, is affordable, isn't taking the mick. Thankfully, I can say that all of the students who are in temporary accommodation seem to be happy. If you know anyone who's not, get them to get in contact with me because I can only help them if they tell me. Yeah, so that's going well.